Hey everybody, this is Melina from scrapbookingwithme.com, and this is M Scrapbusters. That is a challenge I do weekly on my channel to help you get rid of some scraps. I don't want you throwing away those scraps. I want you creating with them. And you know, easiest way to use up a bunch of scraps is making master boards or collage boards or any kind of collage. And this little project helps you use up some pieces that I have a really good kind of exact formula for you that I'm very excited about, because these are coming together so quickly. You will never look at clusters or collage the same way again. Okay, so first off, as their foundation, we are making these little circle pockets, and probably everybody knows how I'm going to show you how we are making these circle pockets. But for any newbies out there, I'm going to help you out, and I'll show you that in just a moment. I'm using my 1.5 inch circle punch, so if you've got one of those or even one a little bit bigger, that would be great. I'm also cutting mine out of some old Project Life cards because I have a gazillion of these and I need to use them up. You can just use regular kind of thin cardstock. Doesn't have to be Project Life cards. We are also going to be making the little hanging clusters to go in the pocket. Now, we could use this pocket. Now, this is just a 1.5 inch, so it's tiny. It's a little teeny tiny pocket. So we could use this to put in like little bitty tags or little bitty pieces of ephemera or like little postage stamps. We could do that. And if you had a bigger circle punch, you could accomplish a whole lot more with these little circle pockets. But for today's project, we are putting these little tiny, gorgeous hanging clusters into these circle pockets. And all of this idea came from Cori Dahmen over at Creating with Scraps. You know, she is the scrap busting queen, and one of her older it's much older. One of her older videos popped up while I was watching something else, and I watched it, and these were on there, and I was like, okay, it's a sign. I'm going to make Cori's hanging clusters in M Scrapbusters. So we've got a little, one of the mini paper clips, not the big ones. Now, you could, of course, make a bigger cluster with the big one. I've got one here, and I will use that too. But I've just got a bunch of these little mini paper clips. Now, these are the ones that have that coating, feels like a plastic coating around the outside of them. If you can get them, just the metal ones, that would be better because they're not as thick. These tend to bulk up a little bit, and like in this pocket here, the paper clip is bulked up a little bit just because it's got that coating on it. If you had just the regular old metal mini paper clips, I think it would work a little bit better, but I'm just using what I've got. Now, on this is my idea journal, and I made this, it's in my for beginners playlist, and this is a bag pocket, and I've put a belly band on it, and it's just some scrap paper that I had, and then I put some material, fabric, lace, whatever material on the outside or side of it, and then I put just a little journaling card that I had pre-made already in my stash back behind it. So there's my belly band on my bag pocket, and then I've also got a little pocket on top of the belly band. So lots of stuff going on here, but I just love that combo. Very, very cute. And these would look super duper cute on belly bands, but they can also be clipped, and you don't even have to use the circle pocket. And I've got one of my hairs in that paper clip. These can be used just on the edges of pages too. So you can just clip it on, and then you move your little fabric over to where you need it in the middle. And then you got your little cluster dangle, your hanging cluster there on the edge of your page, and it shows on the outside of your journal. So you don't even have to make the little circle pockets, but I am, just because Cori Dahmen is the one that inspired this, and that's the two things that she had made in her video that I saw, and I will link that in my description box below. So without further ado, let's get out what we will need for this project. So I've already covered little mini paper clips. You'll need some fabric, some lace, some whatever. It doesn't have to be lace, it can just be plain old fabric. Don't run out and buy lace just for this project, no need. Then you're going to need little pieces of scrap like I have here, and you'll need some kind of, I would say, neutral colored cardstock, thin cardstock, to make these circle pockets, just because you want this to be the standout, not your pocket. So that's why I say neutral. So get you some neutral thin cardstock, and we'll make some of these pockets first. You'll of course need glue, you'll need a circle punch, and some kind of little labels. If you've got some handmade ones, go for it, use those. These are the Tim Holtz number strips, and we have those in the shop at scrapbookingwithme.com. So let's get started. I've already made 3. They were super duper easy to make, and it's going to be super duper easy to make some more. So here are my little project life cards that I'm using. I said I was using, like I said, use whatever cardstock you have. I just need to use up some of these because I have so many blooming project life cards. I went all in on that. What was that? Fad. I mean, I still like to scrapbook, don't get me wrong, but it's just not something that I do every single day. I scrap bust nearly every single day. I'm not lying about that. So the project life cards are going to come in more handy for me as just cutting them apart and using them like I want to. I'm going to cut this way, and that's going to make the numbers go sideways, and I don't care. And I'm going to put one on here. So see, if you punch 3 circles, you're going to get 2 pockets. So that works out. Oh, I think I'll do it like that, and it looks fine. I'm going to ink my little edges on this, and it don't take much ink at all. Just to ink around the edges, and then you've got some grid paper on this base so we can line that up. I just went ahead and went all the way around. Then all we're going to do is put some glue around the edge of your half circle that you just cut. Look how pretty those flowers are. And I am covering them up. So here we go, a little bit of glue around the outer edge. And then we're just going to line it up like we want. Since I have lines on the back, I'll line that up as good as I can. And we're just going to let it dry. The middle is open because we didn't glue there, so you've got all of that space open. And let's do a couple more. I'm just going to cut your punch shape down the middle and just ink the edges, and then ink the edges of your full punch shape, and then glue that cut piece to the top of your base. And that is it for the shape pockets, the circle pockets. Could not be easier, right? And when I saw this idea on Cori's channel, I was like, why in the world have I not thought of that? Has that not come to my head and gone, how ingenious is that? Craziness. I am making all of mine pretty much where I will slide the paper clip in to the left. I'm going left just because when we make our hanging cluster, that hanging needs to go. I'm going to pull this apart just so you can see. You already know, but I'm just pulling it apart so you can see. The hanging part has to go on the full bar. So the full bar of your paper clip, that's where the hanging part has to go. And the shortest end needs to be the part that goes into your pocket. Because if your longest end were to go into your pocket, all of that material would get caught on the pocket or your page. So your little bitty short end is the part that's going to go into your circle pocket, okay? So I'm making all of mine to go to the left. And I'm sure if I used some brain power, I could figure out how to get some to go to the right, but I'm just going to stick with this. With my large paper clip, it's going to be the exact same way because the long bar is here on the bottom here, and this shortest end is going to be the end that needs to go into the page or onto the page. So yeah, anyway, when I was watching Cori's video, and I had probably watched that before, I don't know. I'm going to use that like that. I think that's cute. But when I was watching it, I was like, that is darling, and how in the world did I not already know this or make this? Or that's just crazy. But she does. She has some of the cutest scrap busting ideas, and I know that she works, I'm wanting to say as a teacher. Correct me if I'm wrong, Cori. I'm sorry if I'm wrong. And so during the school year, she doesn't have as many videos up, but I'm telling you, when she does get one put up, it is well worth it. I think that's cute. I'm leaving it like that. Yay. Let's go ahead and put this one on one since we've already got it cut. We'll have 5 more cut then, and let's see. Oh, I like that. That looks fine. And this is actually just a piece of paper. It's not even cardstock weight, so anything will work. Just start using your scraps is what I say. We have all these scraps from making all these journals. And yes, I continually have scraps. And people say, well, why do you do the scrap busting videos if you continuously have scraps anyways? Well, I'm in the business of paper crafting. For anybody else that is just in the hobby of paper crafting, might not have as many scraps as I do, but I'm in the business of paper crafting. So, you know, I sell my journals. I sell the little things that I make. Some of the handmade stuff goes into our scoops that we have each week. So, you know, I got things I got to do. I got to get done. So, yeah, I'm constantly having all kinds of scraps. Now, if you want to use these pockets as the little tiny ephemera holders or die cuts or whatever, you could go ahead and decorate out here if you wanted to, add some lace onto it, whatever you want to do. I'm going to leave mine pretty plain, just inked, because they are going to be the base holder of our dangling clusters. Now, these clusters are going to come together so quickly, and you're going to be like, wow, I can't believe that happened that quick, because I'm not that quick at clusters. You know what? When I think that all of my clusters have to look nothing alike, I get overwhelmed, because then I'm like, what needs to go on top of the other, and I don't want to cover that up, and this collage doesn't look right, and this is not proportioned right. That's why I've made this particular formula for y'all for these clusters. And this would work even if you do not make them to hang off of the paper clip. So even if you want to just use this as your cluster formula from now on, you can do that too. So I'm making mine more neutral because I don't know what journal they're going to go into. If I make a journal that's got a lot of florals in it, I might put a little floral sticker, a floral die cut on here on top of what I've already done. If I make a butterfly journal, I might put a little butterfly die cut on top of what I've already done. But this is a great neutral base that you can use in any journal whatsoever you want to. And then you can fix it up however you want to also. You can make them wide, you can make them tall, long, whatever you want to do. You can make them like a banner shape at the bottom if you wanted to. I think that's what I'm going to do on this one. And it does not mess up my formula. I'm just going to do a shallow little banner shape here. And we're going to ink every layer, but it's only 1, 2, 3, 4 layers. So no worries. Don't get all panicky on me. Not a problem whatsoever. Okay, so what we're doing is we've got a larger piece as our base. Then we've got a piece that's got some busy stuff going on, but still neutral. And that's going to go here. And then we've got another piece that's got maybe some brighter colors, a little pop of color, a little cutesy image or something that's going to go here, and it's going to be staggered from that other piece, just like that. And then you're going to finish up with a longer, skinnier piece off to the edge over here that's going to finish it off. And I'm going to find a piece that maybe has a different color or something in it and see where I need to put that. I think right there. I love that. Yay. Okay, so I'm going to ink all of my pieces, and like I said, this base is banner, but you can just make them rectangle or square like I did on all of those. And that one, the base is even, you know, a little bit smaller than all of this that I'm doing here. So you can tear them just as long as you have the 4 basic shapes that I'm showing you here. You can round the corners. I've done that on that one. Okay. It's good for at least 2 of the pieces that you put on to overlap and hang off of the base. So, you know, who knew that you were going to eventually one day watch a video where this crazy woman was telling you there is a formula that will help you out in making clusters. Who would have ever thought that? I want to get something a little bit lighter because that almost matches perfectly that, and I need some contrast there. So let's see. That one is still, oh, I like that. It's got some red in it. I will use that one for one of my others that I make. So see, we've already done our little circle pockets, and they're over here drying. Just waiting for our little hanging. Oh yeah, that's cute. All right, let's go with this beautiful little formula that I come up with and helped me so much. And I'm not racking my brain for how I'm going to do the next cluster because it's already set in my head. Hey, you've got this formula. Use it. It will work for you. Just do it. Okay. So with this one, of course, I'm having to watch out for that banner piece. But then, since those 2 pieces are hanging off, I'm not going to have this piece hang off. I'm just going to have this kind of in the middle here. But see, like this piece was hanging off, so I made this one hang off on this one. This one, all three went against the grain a little bit and made all three of those hang off. And all three are hanging off on that one. It's just really up to you, but I'm telling you, if you want to make some easy clusters, this is the way to do it. Now we need to pick out a little piece of fabric of some kind, and I'm just going to cut down the middle. These already stained laces came to me in my taper Logi box, and y'all, they are so pretty, and it's already coffee dyed for you. You can smell the coffee on there, and I love it. I didn't have to coffee dye, so that is an A+ in my book. Okay, I'm going to kind of square off this, and I will use those little pieces in future clusters, so I'm not going to throw that away. And then what I do is get me some fabric glue. Now if you don't have fabric glue, go ahead and just use your liquid glue. You'll just have to hold your piece in place for a little bit. Okay, I'm just putting this fabric glue on here and letting it start to set up. We're going to get our paper clip, and we're going to turn it the correct way. We're going to pull up just a little bit so that we can mush this lace through. Just like that, kind of get it centered up. And then you're going to attach it about middle ways to your cluster. Look how easy that was. Now you're going to wait for this to dry before you move your paper clip back. So just leave it as is until that dries. So there's one. Let's get another one going. I'm going to use it this way and around the corners on this one. And I've just picked out papers out of my scrap pile, y'all. Nothing crazy. I think I want to go like I did on this one. Go this way, here, and then have that fall off just a little bit there. And then let's see about this one going out this way. I like it a lot. I really do though want that piece to be a little bit bigger and cover a little bit more real estate. So I have another piece of that over here, and that is just backer board off of some 49 and Market stuff. So this one will be a little bit bigger maybe. Do I dare let it be that big? I like it. We're going to let it be that big. And that little label is not going to hang off the edge. So I think I will round the bottom corners of this. Leave that as is. Ink my pieces here. So I got a neutral base. I got a little bit of color going on with the piece that's going to go on top of that neutral base. There. And then a little bit of busy paper that looks like book page. That will go there. And then our little number label. So we're just going to go ahead and glue it down. I love using backer board packaging from stuff. And that is not even straight on top, and I do not even care. Not worried about it. Whoa. Then I'm going to put that on. And then go ahead and put my number label on. This would be a beautiful one with a little butterfly on the edge there. Cute. Okay, let's do a little piece of lace, and I'm going to barely just snip off a little piece on the back because I don't need it too long. Now you can also, I think I will use my big paper clip for this one since this one's a little bit wider and larger. You do not have to put the liquid glue on yet. If you don't want to, you can go ahead and get your piece of fabric onto the long arm of your paper clip and get it situated like you want it. Then put your liquid glue on there if it will cooperate. And then get that added onto your cluster. And you can take it all the way down to the cluster like I have on this one. It's pretty much sitting on top of that cluster. Or this one, it's really dangling and has some room to move around. So that's how this one will be too. And you just make sure that all of your fabric is on your paper clip and then on your cluster because you don't want it hanging off. So it's on the back and it's on the front, and I'm going to set it aside to dry. Okay, let's make a smaller one like I have here, and I'll get another piece of that. Let's go with, oh yeah, that's about that same size. So let's go with that piece. We can cut off and use as our base. I'm just using my trimmer off to the side, off the camera. And let's leave it straight, but I don't believe it is. I think it is cut crooked, but it's not showing that it is. Let's go this edge is. There we go. Trimmed it up just a little bit better. So I'm going to go just like this. Let's make one just like this one. And then we've got this piece, and we've got a longer one that will hang off. There we go. This piece is hanging off, and then here's a little mushroom piece that we'll have hanging off too, like so. And then get a little, oh yeah, I like that, a little number label, and let's ink them up. Such an easy project, and they're so cute, and I just love how neutral they are, that they could go in any journal I make. Y'all, Mom and I have some more beautiful surprises coming at y'all, especially next month. October 5th, we have like a grand surprise for you. But right now, Mom is at the oral surgeon again. She was there, what, 3 months ago, and she is having to be back, and it's been rough for her, y'all. Y'all notice, for anybody new here that does not know, my mom is E from Scrapbooking with Me Creates here on YouTube, and she's had it rough for a little while with her teeth, and so we've been dealing with that, helping her out with that, and she's not had any relief here lately. And so she is going to try to get it taken care of today. And hopefully that means she'll be able to be back at it with more videos very, very soon. She has she has heard all of you, and she knows that y'all miss her and that y'all are thinking of her and remembering her, and she greatly appreciates it. Greatly appreciates it. It's been rough, and y'all know when it rains it pours, and it just seems like here lately with her oral health it's just been coming a monsoon, I'm just saying. And then my sister Alicia is also having oral issues, and so she's got an appointment next week to have oral surgery done. So we were group texting last night, and both of them were like, we are pitiful. I was like, just do not bring it to me. I got enough stuff going on. I don't need any problems with my teeth right now, so y'all just keep it with y'all. Oh, me, bless their hearts. It's just been a roller coaster as far as their oral health goes here lately. But thankfully, we live in a great country with great doctors that will hopefully take care of it for them, and they won't have to be suffering too much longer. I'm going to cut a little piece of paper here that I think would be very cute on one of these. And then I've got some book page. That one has book page as its base, so I'm really liking that. And maybe add that there. And that there. Ooh, I like that because you can still see quite a bit of the book page. And then a little label of some kind. And I've got all kinds of labels I could have gotten out. Ooh, I like that. But I was like, I'm just going to use old Timmy's. Just use his. I got them. Let's use them. 2 little pieces, 1 big base, and then a label. That's a great formula if I do say so myself. Because I have had people say, I am intimidated of clusters. Once I make one, I'm like, okay, how am I going to make the next one? This one, no worries. Don't worry about it. Don't think about it. Just glue it down. And I love being able to get my pieces already cut. And I mean, that takes the guesswork out of it, y'all. I think I need to pull that down some, don't I? So I can have it hanging off. And then this part will hang off that way, so I don't need to go all the way to the end of that little label. Cute as a bug in a rug, as my daddy used to say. Let's cut this one. Oh, I hear a chainsaw going somewhere. Ain't it our property? That was last week. We had a bunch of work done last week. Okay. Oh, the people across from us, they have a beautiful brick home. And we noticed that they had some workers out the other day. And so we were being nosy and watching, and they painted their brick, and I was thinking at first, oh no, it's lovely, 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 lovely clay colored brick. Oh no, what are they doing? But they painted it a beautiful, like country blue, kind of blue-gray color with stark white trim. And it is gorgeous. So pretty. And then they have some dark wood-stained accents on their porch. And, you know, the A-frame eave at the top of the porch. Got that dark wood. Oh, it's so pretty. I would have, you know, can you imagine and I know some of y'all have probably done this, picking out the color for your entire home and going, ooh, you know, it's different picking out color for a room. Like you want to change the color in your bedroom. But for your whole house, how nerve-wracking was that decision for her is what I was wanting to know. I mean, how do you, I guess you go to the professionals and go, hey, here's my house. Y'all come out, get pictures. Tell me, you just tell me what color would look right. That's what I would want them to do anyway. All right, have we got time for one more? I think we do. And I think I want to do one with black. With a black base. How stinking cute would that be? I don't know, somebody out there is probably going, it wouldn't be at all, Melina. What are you doing? Okay, so I need to cut this. Melina, it would have been a really smart move of you if you'd have left it like that and then figured out where you needed to cut the black base. Durr. Okay, I'm gonna just put it off to the side over here, which of course I can't see my little thumbnail mark if I just leave it over there, so I gotta pull it over here toward me. And y'all, yesterday my beautiful, beautiful hairstylist, Miss Jill, done a phenomenal job with my hair. I was wanting some chunky layers, and I was wanting all of the platinum blonde gone, and I wanted her to do me some honey gold, as Bethany called it. And she was like, oh, okay, yeah, that sounds promising. Let's see pictures. So I took her pictures, and she was like, yeah, girl, we can do that. I love it. I love it. Which right now, because I was so platinum blonde on top especially, I'm trying to figure out if I want it long ways or fat ways. I was so white blonde on top that a lot of it has come out red, but after a few washes it will be fine. I think that let's see. Yeah, I think I like it long ways. I think so. I'm not going to go all the way up, and I'm going to stagger these like this, and then I'm going to put that like that. I think that works. I'm not even going to ink the black base because you won't be able to see it. So I'm just going to ink my layers that go on top. All around. And then I'm going to put the glue on the base. And then here, now my base is like a slick, it's not matte, so that's why I'm getting some movement here. Do I want it like that, or do I want it, I want it like this. Decisions, girls and guys. All the decisions we toil over. Okay, let's get just a little bit more of ink, glue right there. And I'm going to get my messy rag, and I'm going to wipe that off. Oh, and I also have a shockingly good surprise. Never thought I would do what I have done. And I'm going to share that with y'all in the next video. I'm so excited. I know y'all are like, what in the world has shocked you enough that you never thought you would do? Y'all will see. Y'all will see. Now, if you were to have had all gold mini paper clips, that would have been awesome. But now I'm just using what I have. I'm not worrying about not having exactly what would have been matchy-matchy. I ain't gonna worry about that. That what Mama says? I ain't worried about that. Oh, that's a cute piece of fabric. Alright, and I think it's gonna have to sit just a little bit longer than the others since my base is quite glossy. But see, now if you didn't want to have them as hanging ephemera pieces, you wouldn't have to do that last step with the lace. Now if you just wanted to put a tab at the top of it, you could do that and not use the paper clip. How cute would that be? Love it. Okay, so this one, since it's on a large clip, would probably just need to go on paper. So you're just going to have to deal with that lace piece, pull your paper clip all the way, and then move your lace piece over like that to get it to fit correctly and where you want it. And then all of these, we can move our little paper clips back into its correct position now. And then get our little circle pockets and put that back piece of the paper clip into the circle pocket. And there is the completed piece. And what I did for this is I glued my circle pocket down first, let it completely dry, and then I put that into the circle pocket. So, I mean, they're just too cute, y'all. And it uses up so many scraps, and they're an easy mass make. Totally easy mass make. And let's go ahead and use up the rest of these little circle pockets. And you can move it up as far as the circle pocket will allow to, if you wanted to do that. And you can move it out from it some. And then just arrange your little lacy lace that you have on there however you need to. Ooh, I like this one on that one. So let's go like so. Holding the mini paper clip sometimes, y'all, a little bit overwhelming, and it's just a paper clip. Don't get too flustered with it. My old fumbly fingers. All the time something. And we got 2 more pockets. And we can easily make 1 more pocket to finish out our clusters. That is too cute. Oh, I love this idea, Cori. Now, whether you thought of it or not, you're the one that showed me and inspired me. So I'm loving it. Thank you so much for showing it. Let's see if that one is dry enough. Not really. So let's go and make 1 more of these. Let's do this one down the middle. Look how cute that floral print is. If you were doing some with some bright colors, that would totally work. And yeah, let's put that one on that. That'll be our circle pocket for our last cluster we got done. Oh, I can't wait for y'all to see what I'm talking about in my next video. I'm so excited. Since Mom is having an oral procedure done today, I will be showing y'all the Freebie Friday and how I use it, and linking the blog for you. Anybody that is not on our email newsletter, then you'll want to go to the blog. If you are on our email newsletter for scrapbookingwithme.com, then you already got an email. Mom sent it out early about Freebie Friday, the free digitals. And you already have seen them, but I will show those and link them in the next video. And then I have something else to share with you too that is so exciting. And this one is not dry all the way, and I don't need to put that one on there, but I will just lay it on top there. Cute, y'all. This has been one of the cutest Scrapbusters I have ever done, ever. And I just love it. What do y'all think of these? And what do you think of the cluster formula that I come up with? It has really helped me out. I'm just saying. I struggle sometimes with clusters. And I mean, how silly does that sound? Clusters are, I mean, it's no more than scrap paper. So why in the world would that fluster anyone? But it does. And it does plenty of my subscribers, because y'all have told me in comments, help me with clusters, help me with collage, because I'm getting really flustered with this stuff. So I hope that this has helped some of you that were having some frustration with clusters, and giving you a nice little formula to go along with making some new clusters. And like I said, whether you want them hanging off the paper clip or not, or attached to the circle pocket or not, you could just make this formula cluster for any journal that you have, and you can make them as big or as tiny as you want. And this little formula is going to work out for you with any cluster that you make in the future. So hope it's helped you out. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. God bless. Love y'all. Bye.